Thank you all for coming and tolerating this triple. My stream of consciousness begins in the fictional Camelot courtyard, flashes to the all-too-real college page and Chicago sports environment, back to Camelot before culminating with a toast. In anticipation, let your goblets be not empty. With his beloved Camelot going down in flames around him and a brutal battle commencing any minute, King Arthur is surprised by a young boy brandishing a bow and a sheath of arrows, ready to join the fight. He wants to become a knight because of the noble stories he has heard. Arthur commands him not to fight, but rather orders him to go home, grow old, and moreover, each evening from December to December, before you drift to sleep upon your cot, think back on all the tales that you remember of Camelot. Ask every person if he's heard the story, and tell it strong and clear if he has not, that once there was a fleeting wisp of glory called Camelot. This, too, is a time for the telling of significant stories. Bo Jackson was a remarkable athlete in track, football, and baseball. His time with the White Sox made him a Chicago sports personality. The Nike ad campaign asserted that Bo knows pretty much everything. Like Bo, Jack is quite deep and diverse. Jack knows sports, including baseball and ice hockey. To my knowledge, Jack is the only active math professor who has scored a college hockey goal. Jack knows popular and country music history. Again, to my knowledge, he is the only professional radio personality among our math faculty, knowing the A and B sides of every record I have ever discussed with him. Jack knows pretty much everyone at COD, regardless of rank or discipline. One cannot walk the halls with Jack without hearing a symphony of greetings from those encountered. Jack knows how to be encouraging. Jack was the third ever to reach 1,000 written contributions to the faculty discussion board, and his positivity quotient was the highest ever recorded there. Jack knows how to teach. His classes fill immediately, and RateMyProfessor.com deems him awesome and hilarious. Once, while waiting to speak to Jack, I heard part of his developmental math lecture. The problem was a complicated exponent problem involving quotient, product, negative exponents, and power rules all at once. Jack quipped to his students, "That's like a horror movie involving Dracula, the Wolfman, Freddy Krueger, and Frankenstein all at once." Jack knows how to be old school. For many years, Jack walked, rain or shine, the 3 miles to and from his apartment, packing a lunch to eat at his desk, and to this day appreciates a crisp mass and avoids eating meat on Friday. Jack knows how to be my friend. Strolling the halls, Jack is often in his office, not only during posted office hours, and never has been too busy to brighten my day. I will miss this most of all. Michael Jordan's unique talent and dedication to doing whatever it took to win made a generation of youngsters want to be like Mike. My Bell Labs experiences helped me appreciate Tony. I recognize some of the excellent behaviors honed there and still evident regularly in his COD teaching practice, a tripod of discipline, organization, and ultra-high quality standards. I often find myself viewing Tony as a role model and wishing I were more like Tony in so many ways. Like when he stepped up to fill an administrative void that was as difficult as the title was long, the interim associate dean of the division formerly known as Natural and Applied Sciences. Like when he stepped up to lead for 2 years the onerous high school course equivalency task group. Like when he took it upon himself to lead the monumental errata effort associated with a new calculus textbook. Like when he forced students to interview with him prior to writing a recommendation. Like when he shadows and supports Laurel and Cheryl Martin in the book ordering process. Like when, in the Learning Commons, I see his syllabus, with every day clearly identifying sections to be covered and seeing the regressive schedule adhered to without fail. Like when I see Learning Commons students from his class reviewing and showing me the exams he prepares, detailed from rubric to comprehensive content, and the way he grades each exam with an individualized handwritten key in red. Like when I see him regularly to this day volunteering in Cheryl's Center or sitting at the student information desk in the COD corridors. Like when he supports many other volunteer activities with passion, including but not limited to STEMCom. like when I see him asking questions in meetings, primarily to help the presenter clarify the proposal, like when he established and implemented an admirable post-COD service trajectory. Even when Tony is gone from COD, I will strive to be more like Tony. Not the coach, not Butkus, not Sweetness nor Singletary. No. To me, Jerry is like Joe Madden. Similar, not congruent. Like Joe, Jerry is a winner. He's the only person ever to have received an outstanding divisional faculty award and the Administrator of the Year award. Like Joe, Jerry has a rich background before COD, including seminary studies and other college teaching experiences. Once he was teaching at 4 schools in the same term. Like Joe, Jerry has many diverse interests outside of COD, including Hall of Fame consideration in sports officiating circles, arena football analysis, Special Olympics, and for so many years hosting high school math contests. Like Joe, Jerry perpetually encourages us and does not throw us under the bus. He knows us all, including the adjunct faculty. Like Joe, he deals adroitly with young talent like Javier Baez and seasoned veterans like John Lester. Like Joe, Jerry has protected us from administration and for so many years the high schools. I recall a corridor demonstration he did with Mekanich about how underprepared the students were, and know he smiled inwardly when Dr. Chan banished the high school superintendents from his academy. It is small wonder Scott Albert refers to us as Jerry's kids. Like Joe, for many years, Jerry led the scheduling committee. He worried about such things as Michael O'Leary liking chalkboards, Jim Africh liking rooms with markers, and Kathy Nichols liking rooms where it was possible to control the heat, and what classes needed to run for the students to complete their degree requirements. Like Joe, he is fine with beverages and is sufficiently colorful that no one wants to follow him to the podium, serving as the default Toastmaster for virtually every event. Not like Joe, who maxed out as a catcher in the Angel Farm system, Jerry never stopped teaching. Even when an administrator, he and Nuga would teach specialty courses, and Jerry would substitute as a professional courtesy for his instructors with emergencies. His full-time return to the classroom was cause for celebration among the faculty and the students. Like Joe, I think Jerry has a heart of gold. I know some of the care giving he gave to his mother, how he would schedule seriously ill faculty members for courses to encourage them, and genuinely cares for us all. When Brenda Alberico retired, Jerry remarked she was always a faculty advocate. I now understand better what that compliment means and how it applies so aptly to him. A key aide to Arthur interrupts the discussion. "What are you doing? You have a battle to fight." Arthur replied, "I have won my battle, Pelly, and here," pointing to the lad, "is my victory. What we did will be remembered." "Who was that?" Pelly asked, as the lad runs off. Arthur replied, "One of what we all are, Pelly, less than a drop in the great blue motion of the sunlit sea. But it seems that some of the drops sparkle. Some of them do sparkle." Let's now raise glasses to Sir Jack, Sir Anthony, and Sir Gerald. You two have won your COD battles. What you did will be remembered. You two have sparkled so brightly and so long with us here. We thank you and bid you well as you continue to sparkle on in subsequent seas. Salute.